So you want to work on your own bicycle. It can be very rewarding, save you lots of time and money, and it's not too difficult really, despite what your local bike mechanic may tell you. If you're watching this channel right now, you're probably somebody who's very smart, very attractive, just an all-around awesome person. So just go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. And let's get right into it. I'm going to tell you three essential tools that you need to get started working on your own bike. If you stick around to the end, I've got an additional 3 bonus tools that I'll go over. In reality, your bicycle is probably one of the simplest machines that you own. You know, a lot of scientists say that separates humans from animals their ability to use tools. I believe in you guys. You guys can use tools. So first things first, number one tool that you need to get started to really do anything on your bike is a good set of Allen keys. So I've got these here. These are the T-handle variety. They come in different sizes, and then I've got a smaller one here that folds up. These come in metric and standard sizes. For working on your bike, you're going to want to get one of the metric sizes. Metric can actually be used for both standard and metric, but everything on a bicycle is going to be metric. So if you pick up a set of these, you're going to want to get the metric set. Pretty much every bolt on your bike is going to take these. You see these T-handle ones? They're in different sizes here. It's got the size on the handle. I've had these for a number of years. If I'm working on stuff in the garage, I like to have the T-handle set. It's pretty handy to get leverage, and you can speed through pretty quickly, removing or fastening bolts. But something like this is better when you're traveling. Like if I'm going to be out on the trail, I'll throw something like this in my pack and carry it with me. And really, you know, this can save your ride. If you get out to the trail and find out something's loose, having a little set of Allen keys like this can save the day. The other thing people don't talk about with doing your own bike repairs is not necessarily, you know, saying that, wow, I can do everything myself, or I can save money and not have to pay a mechanic. There's also a convenience factor with it, especially if you're going to be traveling or doing trips to go bike ride, or bike riding in early hours or late evening. Most bike shops keep banker's hours, so unless you're in the middle of the day, 9 to 5 type thing, they're not going to be able to help you out, not in the time that you need it if you're trying to save a ride or do something quickly. So there's a whole convenience factor with it that can really save your rides and help you get out on the trail more often. All right, number 2, good set of tire levers. These are the Park Tool variety. They can actually easily go in my pack. I use these if I'm changing a tube. I do still run tubes. Not everyone does, but you don't need them just to replace tubes. If you're changing tires on your bike, use these levers to take the old tire off and just kind of work your way around. These Park Tool ones are pretty nice. They got a little slot here for the spokes, so you can kind of work your way around and remove or add a tire. But a really handy thing, I've used this one set for several years. Lasted a long time when I was into road cycling. I use the same levers, and I use them now on mountain biking. Just an absolute lifesaver. Lightweight, they don't weigh anything. I put them in my little bag that I have on my bike with my spare tube and tire change stuff. If I've got a patch kit, I'll put that in there. But these tire levers are a lifesaver, and really if you're doing any work yourself, you shouldn't be taking your bike to get a tube replaced or a tire replaced at a bike shop. That's really unnecessary. It's a simple thing. It also gives you more flexibility. You can order a tire, have it sent to your house, and then at your leisure, whenever you feel like it, you can switch tires. Especially handy if you do like I do, where I like to switch tires depending on the type of riding that I'm doing, or I'll throw studded tires on in the wintertime if I'm dealing with ice and snow. It gives you that flexibility to do it yourself rather than figuring out what 9 to 5 time you can take your bike to the bike shop, probably drop it off, leave it for a day or two, and come back and get it. There's just a huge convenience factor with being able to do it yourself like this. All right, number 3. Number 3 isn't really quite one tool, it's actually a kit. It's this Spin Doctor bike specific kit I picked up off Amazon several years ago. I think I only paid 50 bucks for this kit. This in here has most of the specialty tools that you're going to need working with a bike. You've got a chain whip here, you've got a tool to break the chain link, you've got some specialty sizes that are common on bikes. You've got this 9-10 millimeter wrench, you've got a little screwdriver, there's your chain breaker here, you've got a bottom bracket tool, You've got these tools to remove freewheels and cassettes. A lot of things that if you just have a normal tool set, you're not going to have. But it all comes neatly here in this spin doctor kit. So when you're doing some of the more bike-specific repairs and bike-specific things, you have these specialty tools that will allow you to do more at home rather than just the simple bolt tightening stuff. So you can take care of this when you have time. But this kit, I don't use it a ton. Actually, most of what I use ends up being the Allen keys and the tire levers. But when I do need one of these, it's kind of worth its weight in gold, because there isn't really a good way to do some of these things if you don't have these bike specific tools. This isn't a real high end like Park Tool Kit. They do make nicer ones. This is just, if you're just getting started, you know, 50 bucks, you can get a set of tools that are going to cover a lot of the specialty things that you aren't using every day. Now, I'm not trying to open up a bike mechanic shop. I'm just working on my own stuff. So for occasional use, this has worked great and has been fine. So there's the 3 essential tools that I would say you need to start working on your bike and be able to work on your bike. There is a tutorial video for nearly any repair you would want to do, so I'm not going to go into that. I'm just kind of going over the initial tools that you need to get you started if you're coming from where you don't have any tools and you just want to get your feet wet with doing some of these bike repairs and simple repairs. And really, that right there is going to cover 90% of what you're going to need to do any repairs on your bike. I will say there's 3 additional bonus tools that I'll go over. These 3 bonus tools make your life a lot easier for some things. They're not necessarily 100% essential, but they allow you to do a much better job and make getting the job done easier. First thing here, pipe cutter. This is a Harbor Freight Pittsburgh Tool 2-inch pipe cutter. Picked this up. This was only basically a $20 tool. But if you're going to be switching out forks on your bike, if you want to upgrade to like an air shock, if you're upgrading bikes like I tend to do, or working on things and you want to switch out a fork, this is a real handy tool to give you a really nice cut. So you can cut that top tube on the fork the exact length that you need for your bike, rather than using something like a hacksaw or Sawzall, something that's going to give you kind of a sloppy cut. This will give you a really nice neat cut, and you basically just tighten it down on the pipe and then you rotate it around and tighten as you go, and it'll give you a nice neat clean pipe cut on your fork tube once you determine how long you need it to be. This is only a $20 tool. I don't use it a ton, but anytime I'm replacing a fork, it comes out and makes everything a lot easier. Bonus tool number 2, a brake bleed kit. They make these, makes it a little easier. This really only applies if you're running hydraulic disc brakes, but you look, it's got a little oil funnel with stopper, so you can get all the air out of your lines, a little syringe, some tubes, some gloves, because it can be messy, a little block here to go in your caliper, and then a bottle of this Shimano hydraulic mineral oil. So this makes it easier. It's not 100% required, but this was only like 20 bucks, this brake bleed kit. Makes everything easier and allows you to do it without making a mess. Because if you've messed with bleeding brakes before, you know, if you're not careful, you can run into a mess and get mineral oil all over the place. There's something handy to have if you're going to be dealing with hydraulic brakes, and if you get them where they're not already sealed. Sometimes brakes come in the mail, if you're ordering hydraulic brakes already bled, already filled with mineral oil, then you don't need this. But if you're getting ones where you need to maybe take them apart to do internal cable routing, or you had some issue where you're replacing components, you need to bleed your brakes, this can come in handy. Now for our last bonus tool is this Park Tool internal cable routing kit. So if you've ever seen on modern bikes now, pretty much everything has internal cable routing or provisions for internal cable routing. But getting those cables inside the frame of a bike is pretty hard to do, to get it to come out where you want, especially if you don't have access ports and things like that. This Park Tool kit here, you can use it with brakes, or you can use it with shifter cables and levers. Basically, it's a magnet system that allows you to pull it through the frame. You can work inside of your frame with a magnet on the the outside and pull the cable through to make routing much easier. Without this, or something like this, I think it would pretty much mostly be impossible or very difficult. It may take you days to do it, and I think a lot of people just give up and end up just doing external routing with zip ties and something like that. But if you want to keep that neat look of internal cable routing, this is a real handy tool to allow you to be able to accomplish that. So there's it. There's the 3 essential tools you need to start working on your bike, and 3 bonus tools. You guys, let me know down in the comments below what I missed, what you think is your essential tools for working on your bike. All right, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.